Today I want to show you some of the new things that we have in the shop. It's mid-October in Maryland, and these are some of the flowers that we're getting in from our growers. This is the first week for Salvia Tula. So this is Salvia mexicana, but the variety is Tula. And you can see it's very long stemmed. And it has this really chartreuse green, like this neon green, which is not really like a fall color. But I love it in the fall because it's such a good contrast to all of like the reds and oranges. It does have these small purple flowers on it. And depending on what kind of design I'm making, if I'm making an arrangement where purple will be a complement, I'll leave those on. But I can also just easily pluck these little flowers off and keep the little leaves on. So you can just pull these off really easily to make it more of a chartreuse green. The only thing, I'll unrubber band these just so you can see what the stems look like. One of the only issues with this flower is that it does shed a little bit. So you can see like these little flowers fall off a little bit. But otherwise it's great. Nice and tall. I usually take off these stems, and like all salvias, it's got a square stem, so you can see that stem there. It's really a great addition, especially around Halloween. I feel like this color is very like interesting for Halloween designs. Nice and bright, and like I said, a nice contrast to the oranges and burgundies that we usually have. The next flower I'm going to show you, this is a very unique flower for us to be using. This is pitcher plant. This is the only carnivorous plant that we get as a cut, and it is super unique. And also you can see, just show you here, how the pitcher plant works. So because it's a carnivorous plant, down at the bottom of the base of the plant, there is an enzyme inside that when an insect flies in, it actually gets stuck inside that enzyme. And then the plant basically eats the insect through the enzyme breaking it down. The weird thing is sometimes when we get these, there are still dead flies inside because that's what carnivorous plants do. They eat insects. So oftentimes I will trim the bottom of these and I'll just run water right through them so that there are no, I don't see any in this one, but you want to make sure because your customers probably don't like bugs in there. And the pitcher plant has this little flap on top of it so that it can protect the inside here from getting filled up with water. So the insects fly in. There's actually a sticky, slippery sort of juice on the edge of the plant that makes the insect slide down inside of it, and then it gets stuck and gets eaten up. So pitcher plants, really interesting, really fun to use in design. We've used them in bouquets. We had a good friend who used one in his boutonniere for his wedding, and they just add such unique interest. And this is one of the great things about sourcing locally because your growers, at least our growers, are growing such cool, interesting things that these are not things that you would see at a traditional floral shop. This one definitely has flies inside of it. All right, we're getting ready for fall and Halloween and Thanksgiving, and these dark 9 bark are just perfect for those designs. So this time of year we love to use dark foliage, either this is almost like a black or like a burgundy or a dark purple. We love this dark foliage, and the stem length on this 9 bark is great too. If you're interested in some of the other fall foliages that I love, you can check in the notes, and I put my top 10 fall foliages for design in there. 9 bark is on the list, and it is one of my favorite fall foliages. We've been talking a lot about mums and disbudding mums this year. So a lot of our growers have decided to try disbudding. So what that means for mums is that, let me pull these out. What the growers have done while the mums are growing is to take off all of the side shoots. They've trimmed all of the side shoots to put all of the energy of the plant into a single bloom. And what you can see is that rather than a bunch of small blooms on the top, there's one large bloom, which is way better for floral arrangements, bridal bouquets. They're much easier to use. When we have spray mums, we like spray mums, but oftentimes we ourselves are picking a lot of the flowers off of the spray to make it more manageable. So when you have disbudded mums, they are much more useful, at least I think, for floral design. And you can just see they are just as big as a dahlia, great stem length, and they have very long vase life. So the vase life for mums could be 10 days to 2 weeks. They really last a long time. So this is just the beginning of mum season. Mums will go for us all the way through Thanksgiving. They'll start outdoors, and then growers will have them indoors in heated greenhouses. So this is just the first big week for mums here, and I'm just really excited for them. I know frost is on its way, dahlias will be done, and mums are really going to take the dahlia's place as our favorite focal flower of the season.